There are many misconceptions regarding the differences between all-natural and organic labeling. The food industry has managed to use labeling to perceive their products as something they are not, in both organic and traditional foods. It is important for people to be knowledgeable of the differences in order to live happier, healthier lives.
Now, me and my partner are going to interview 4 individuals from Switzer Hall on what they think organic and natural means to them.
So, Anna, what does the label organic mean to you?
I guess it would mean that the food or whatever is grown naturally, there aren't any preservatives, there aren't any pesticide things used.
So what does the words natural mean to you on a label?
It would mean that it was kind of similar to organic. There wouldn't be pesticides used. It would be homegrown, basically, is what I think of.
Great, thank you so much. Okay, Bailey, what does the organic label mean to you?
I guess it just means that there's no additives or it hasn't been processed.
And what does the all natural label mean to you?
Pretty much the same thing.
Great, thank you.
What does organic mean to you on a label?
When I see organic on a label, I usually think that the food was not harmed or they didn't use any pesticides or it's not genetically modified in any way. It's just grown and it's how I don't know how it was grown.
Okay, and what about when you see natural?
Natural to me means it's not bread. I don't know, processed foods are not an apple is natural. There can be an apple is natural. There can be an organic apple.
Mm-hmm.
You can go on natural diets where you just eat things that you can just find in nature.
Okay, Zeba, what does the organic label mean to you?
Just foods that are not processed.
Okay, and then what about natural label?
Similar to organic.
Organic means nothing is artificial. Organic food is made without antibiotics, fertilizers, irrigation, GMOs, sewage sludge, and other synthetic materials. However, when products are labeled made with organic ingredients, only 70% of the ingredients need to be organic.
The term natural is used to define foods that are minimally processed and generally don't contain any food additives. However, none of these ingredients are organic, and generally, natural labels don't actually mean anything. Meats that are all natural tend to not have any dyes or changes of color on the meat, but because this term is so brief, the food industry takes advantage of it. Okay, here is our first piece of evidence. For the organic labels, we have this Clif Bar. The first thing you see when looking at the label is the made with organic oats and peanut butter. Immediately when reading this label, the customer sees that the entire bar is organic and completely healthy to eat. However, looking at these ingredients, you will see that after the first few legible ingredients, such as peanut butter and all the oats, the list turns into chemicals. Ascorbic acid, inulin, and natural flavors, whatever that is. With the strategic advertisements and misleading labels, the customers would buy this product fully confident that it is a completely healthy snack.
Biz and I took an adventure to the grocery store, and we picked out the all-natural Kashi cereal. Sadly, our conclusion was correct. Industries do take advantage of consumers by using the all-natural label, where they have a little bit more leeway of what can actually go in and out of their product. The cereal claims to be all-natural, but there is a lot of unpronounceable ingredients. For example, I will read you the label, which not a lot of people would take the time to do if you're in a rush or your mom shopping at a grocery store. So there seems to be in the beginning a couple of normal ingredients, such as whole grain barley flour, cane syrup, corn flour, hard red wheat, rye, and then it starts to get a little more complicated with beta-carotenate, zinc oxide, folic acid, partially defeated peanut flour, absorbic acid, chia seeds, mixed tocopherol 4. So, as you can see, nothing about this cereal is very natural, it says to be. As you can see, there are several differences between organic and natural foods. Natural foods cannot have any toxic pesticides, GMOs, antibiotics, growth hormones, and there's a lot of animal welfare requirements. For example, cows need to be pasteurized during pasture season, and there are a lot of inspections that need to be passed. Whereas with natural foods, there's not really any inspections, and animals can have growth hormones, antibiotics, GMOs, and pesticides in the food items.
Although those are the USDA approved rules, there are some loopholes and problems in the organic food recently. As you could see with the Clif Bar that I showed you earlier, there weren't too many chemicals in the snack. But the big problem with organic foods is that often when the organic produce is being grown somewhat near non-organic produce, the waste or runoff from the non-organic foods can be carried to the organic, which completely contaminates it.
As you can see, there are many misconceptions regarding the differences between an all-natural label and an organic label. A lot of people perceive them as the same. They are extremely different. And a lot of times, the food industry will use that label to promote their product when in reality it's not as healthy as you think it is for you. In both organic and traditional foods, it's important for people to realize and be knowledgeable of what is actually what the actual differences are and what's actually in the product that they're eating in order to live happier, healthier lives.